do. Oh, yeah. Are we there? Are we there yet? I think we're going to get it. But what always comes with this is a small price. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. Someone needs an update. I don't think it's me. I think that you're gonna be great if you'll set us free. I find anything out to be overside of your square. YouTube. Fuck. Well, that's... Alright, anyway. If this is broadcasting, then fantastic. I'd like to, well, single-handedly welcome you guys. Oh, there we are. We're back from disaster. This is voltage.
Well, it looks like we may be in luck. The timer's rolling. This is episode 14 of the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power with Frank Freak of Nature Beasley. We'd like you guys to stand up, turn it up. Most importantly, if there's something you really enjoy that you're digging, I want you to crank it. We are trying to stay well within the universe's preferences. There are some pretty ridiculous guidelines, laws, and bylaws. It is a freaking bloodbath out there, and let me tell you, technology is ruling the world. So, without further ado, I'd like you guys to put your hands together. The one, the two, the buckle my shoe. Your favorite carnal force of knowledge, the anti-curmudgeon, Frank Freak of Nature. And if by some awesome rock power, we're being diminished by the powers that be. So today may be a music-free, not recording, Jesus. That would probably be one. Oh, I think it's working. Alright guys, this is episode 14 of the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power with Frank Freak of Nature Beasley. I don't know what you guys have been up to today, but you better be being good, for goodness sake. We're coming up on a Halloween you guys down there love to celebrate, and it's always amazing that Halloween features Devil's Night. The core, the molten hot center of the earth. Who would have thought it would inhabit such a demonic location? I believe it's a fantasy. The opiate for the masses is religion, and most importantly, my goodness, I'd like you guys to put your hands together. The man, the myth, the anti-curmudgeon. Curmudgeon. Say that with me. Curmudgeon.
Well, it's time.
Well, it's definitely time.
Is it time?
Oh, I think it's time.
Is it freaking time? Oh, I'm ready to go!
Oh, it's bloody time. Put your hands together for the man, the myth, the legend, Frank Freak of Nature Beasley.
Well, here we are. And let me tell you, it's a delight. This is episode 14. We've got a hell of a chorus on the voice. All right, that's going to be a lot better there. Well, let me bring this down a little bit so we're not blowing ourselves out. You may get blown up, blown in, blown out, or mother freaking blown down, but you want to make sure, like a middle-class rut song, that if you've been up, then you've been right, and if you've been wrong, then you've been down. And I'll tell you, it's a freaking delight! Holy Christmas nuggets! It's approximately 2 minutes into the show, and we are, well, we're doubling up here. Stop that thing. I don't know how it's even feasible that it's streaming and recording. Multi-pass. This is what you're going to call a fiasco show. We're going to assume that it stopped recording just the tape. But our live stream seems to be working, and our frames dropped to 0, even though I know deep in my heart that this machine is full of shit is as a Christmas turkey, as my mother would say. You may need this too. Hey, guys, holy crap! You guys are out there, I'm in here. We've got some epic lighting. Golly gee willikers, look at that crap. What the frick? There's a bloody spaceship landing over my head. Its eye is wide open. Its perennial eye as well. Oh my gosh, look at that fade. So that's ridiculous. So what we're doing is we're using lighting to reduce lighting to, well, key light the magic. I'm going to mute. You've been programmed. Dislike and subscribe. Comment below. Join us on this epic space shuttle ride that takes us through the outer reaches of the galaxy into places that you don't even know exist. I'll explain to you guys why I feel like almond milk is the most amazing thing on earth. I do love my vitamin D whole organic milk, and I don't want to sound like a douchebag hippie. You know who you are out there. I was once called a hipster by my ex. She's like, you know what? You are a hipster. And I'm like, ah! She was trying to say that I come from a lot of money in a trust fund, and I've got all... Yeah, and you know what? She was very confused. I probably made her think that I had all of these things by the way I carry myself. That has nothing to do with anything except this nice, tall, cold glass of... Let's see if I can get it right in your face. Look at it. Look at its glory. I'm going to drop it on the machine. If you wonder why the feed dropped out, well, let's see. We have no control. We have no control, man. We have no control. All right, I think it's going to stop recording, but let's hope that it continues to stream. Now, oh God, I love this. The AGE, the Dish Company out of China. One of my buddies got to go over there and work on some stuff. He's like, hey, check this out. Look what we did with like 8,000 moving lights. But like this warm heart I have in this cold glass of, well, this is whole organic milk. I kind of fibbed to you guys. I'm not a huge fan of the bean juice. I don't know, there's like a Zach Galifianakis or one of those really funny comedians. No, it was Jim Gaffigan. He's like, hey, guys, you can have this burger for a nickel. Or no, you can have 100 burgers for a nickel. Or this little salad for $13. You got a choice. Choice is yours. I mean, this is also the man who comprised one of the cleanest jokes ever, the Hot Pocket joke. And, well, let me tell you guys, those things are freaking nuclear. They're nuclear. They are explosive, and they will tear you up coming and going. It's like an In-N-Out song. Oh, and that reminds me. I like Tito's tacos. You like Tito's too. The only thing better than a Tito's taco
is to... Did I get it right? I love that song. Oh, tacos are great.
Yes, universe, you were right on the money. You and I. Now, Tito's Tacos is a little place out there in Los Angeles. Now, I'm going to put some bumper music in the background, maybe, if the gods permit. That's Carlos. It's the Los riffing hard. The name of this song is Hell Yeah. And you guys...
Your job. Oh, you let them know. You let them know. You let them know. What's their job? I'm really curious. You gave them a job?
Yeah, I did. You know what the job is? For you guys to turn on, turn up, and tune in. Tonight's episode 14. I was born on the 14th of a month, somewhere on a planet, somewhere in this Milky Way galaxy. I kind of like being the dark entity. I could put a key light, a bunch of lights if... Why? We don't need a million lights. There's already enough stuff going on. And I'm still quite perplexed as to where the feed is coming from. And if you hear any of those glitches, you can just blame technology. I cannot omnitask. Oh, are we live? Oh, we're live. Oh, I got no control, man. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna freaking cry, man. I'm gonna lose it, bro. Where's my Hot Pocket? I need a Hot Pocket. So, holy crap. See if we can get this to just... Oh, encoder overloaded. Consider turning down the video settings. How many frames dropped? 0 frames dropped. Whoa. We live in the future. Wow, this is a complete, as usual, a catastrophe. 7 minutes into an hour-long broadcast. Now, anyway, that voice. I do like the voice. All right, this is Tiffany. She's coming on down. She is wearing some of her fanciest negligee, and we want you guys to tip your bartenders and make sure you don't touch any of our girls. You guys know where I'll wind up eventually. I'm sure you have a pretty good idea. If I'm lucky, it'll be at your favorite strip joint, holding down the court. Holding it down. Hold it down, down. No, we have no control over this machine. So whoever's in, well, you got control. Let's see if we have any, well, that's a miracle. Oh, no volume control, nothing. We're gonna have to go deep here. Oh, look at that. We have, or you can see it there. We have crashed. The plane is heading towards the ground. Where's Colin McGregor? We need someone to punch it back into shape. Holy crap, all you UFC guys and girls out there. Big hell yeah. Monkey I 5. Full bow. A Nick Swartzen joke, Monkey I 5. You guys should look it up. Now, how do I make this stop so you guys can start giving a crap about this show? Now, I was talking to one of our producers, a very brilliant man. I don't know if you guys remember a show called Hee Haw. Roy Clark. Okay, this guy exists. I don't care what wrangler, what form. We had no idea what was going on in the 60s or 50s or 70s for that matter. The song is over now, move along. But as these lights blast in the background, we use this lighting rig as, well, the key lights for the show. It's running off a projector, and I can't even remember what the frick I was saying 18 seconds ago. God, squirrel! Now, it's been a few days. We were way down in basically Cuba working on an installation and getting that up and running. And let me tell you, I didn't realize projectors are like $50,000. So do you guys, you do-gooders, you heavy metal happy hour of power enthusiasts, do you guys have any questions, any comments, any curiosities? Like and subscribe, and of course, comment in the comment selection below. Selection? In that section. Station. Believe it or not, I used to drum solo for Keanu at the studio in Burbank. I still don't believe it. He was going through a rough time. I could be a bit of entertainment, but that's how small the world is. That is the point of the all-seeing eye. The Masons may or may not be a real thing. The Illuminati may or may not be a real thing. I mean, really, who knows? I mean, there's plenty of documentation if you go to your local library on the Masonic Order. They're real people. They actually exist, and they're not going to eat your baby, more than likely. I'm still on the fence about most things that I don't have a full understanding of. But let me tell you, over the last few episodes, we've talked about Danzig. We've talked about the Apex Theory. Oh, man, I almost forgot to ring the bell. Whoa, that was a... You got to get out of here, T-Bone. Get out of my machine. God, I cannot... This is actually completely unacceptable on all levels. I am still impressed that it's both recording the tape as well as streaming the tape to you guys. Now, back in our day, when all you little whippersnappers were first getting your iPod, we were taking a pencil and, like, winding up a tape, like, oh, hang on, let me... Probably have a tape laying around here somewhere. They're all in the other studio. Now, what I would really like to gather to get you guys into is this is a discussion-based show. I'll get better at the production side when my devices decide to properly operate. But until then, you know what? We're going to wing it on a wing and a prayer. Now, we were talking about Apex here. We're talking about Danzig. Now, we've got Dave, Art, and Sam. Now, this barking tree frog, look at that little guy. How can you not love that? Oh, nothing. There she is. You got a froggy image. I mean, you're like, hey, look into the light. Look at the magic. How do I fan it? I'm so confused. Now, what if I turn the camera on and then use the camera so then I can face this to you guys, and then my stinking face will just be on an image on an image on an image. iPhone 5S, by the way. You got to love that thing. It's on its fourth screen, third battery. It's had multiple charging ports, multiple camera. No, that's what it is. Second battery, third screen, second camera. I mean, yeah, I broke the freaking... How do you break the little glass? That little tiny piece of glass, that stinking glass. How do you do that? Running off the L train. Busily knocking people out of the way. Boom, boom. I stand at the door of the L train like a freaking dog with your nose pressed up against the glass, just... And as soon as I do, man, you just run. And there's no one behind you because they're dragging ass. These are modern human beings in a big city. They're not trying. Especially on the M train, you better hope to freak that I'm not in a bad mood or I'm taking someone out. But I had this one and the other one that's laying over there with an exploded battery. I should probably show this to you. They both flew out of my pocket. And I remember like they're going in both directions. I just picked one, the most important one, grabbed it, and somebody's like, "Wait!" And I was so ready to go home. I mean, whatever. It's just a device. You can replace them. They're literally a dime a dozen. Now, why I say these things is we are living in the device age. There's no music playing right now because I'm on a late. This is one of the most amazing workstations. It's all high-powered, up-to-date, highest RAM. It's got a GPI. The GPU is basically a hamster, so I can't lie. You can have this giant array of. Oh, we're back. We're finally back. I don't know where we are, but we're somewhere. I cannot gain control over this mothership. I may have to call this one a 15-minute shorty. But the point of this is for you to get out there and to read and research and for yourself find some understanding, because as the device age takes a stranglehold on our society and our people, we've all got to work together to reintroduce ourselves to the earth, to the planet, to the various freaking functions that really make us the super awesome people that we are. Now this is troubling. So on that note, be sure to like and subscribe. Listen to some epic metal, some pop music, some dance, some old classical. It is hi T-Bone Pickens. It is completely up to you. Like I said, this is the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power, and the purpose of this show is to produce some kind of interactive forum in which we can find out information. Let's say today's topic is snare drums. Hey, what are we going to do? Let's talk about 8-ply maple, 14-ply, 64-ply, like Beasley drums back here. He goes, I got an idea for you. Why don't we just hand cut it out of a frickin' tree like a djembe? Yeah, he's a wizard. Check out Beasley drums, Bezel drums. You can find him online. He's way down there in the South in a beautiful environment in Sarasota, Florida, making some of the sweetest drums you'll ever bum into. And that reminds me, from, what is it, Northwind Wolves? Northwind Wolves. Northern Wolves? Northwind Wolves. One of my old bandmates from the band Sinstorm. You better find the djembe. It's somewhere in Burbank. It didn't frickin' vanish. And if I find it, well, I'll get to have it back. That'd be great. Not a huge fan of too much, what is that called? Bullshit! That's not true. I'm a freaking bullshit artist. It's my trade. It's in my nature. My career is completely based upon you coming up to our producer of the live show and going, oh my God, we need all these things done immediately, and what are we going to do? I just don't know. And you're like, come over here. This is what we're going to do. And I just make it up. It's not rocket surgery. It's like watching Robin Big, man. And a big shout out to Big, man. He was one of the sweetest men I ever got to work with. He is a big, genuinely sweet guy. And you know what? Oh, bless his heart, man. He fell not too long ago to the heart disease as a big guy, and he had a very, very, very tough time. Now, we are 15 minutes into the show, and I basically have no media control, so it's just you, me, this crazy stuff in the background here. Whoa! Holy crap! And total darkness. There's not even a key light. I guess I could produce a key light, but, you know, where is all that light? It's a lot of yellow. It's tons of yellow. Oh, there we are. Hi, boys and girls. It's your favorite do-gooding twat wanking around here in the dustbin trying to be a freaking total bollocks master. I love the cross between British and Australian. So, anywho, being that we've, been sacrificed at the gates of Solomon, in Solomon's tomb, the all-seeing eye, has nothing for you. I'll read you guys a little passage. Then we're going to read some Carnivore lyrics. And I would play you Male Supremacy from Carnivore. Typo Negative's first band. They had a number of bands. Can you name them all? Male Supremacy has some of the sweetest lyrics. If you are in love, if you love somebody, man, woman, goat. What are the... I dated a girl from non-binary, hottest girl I've ever met. You know who you are. I would love freaking creeping me out, man. I still can't get this to stop. I mean, I would like an acknowledgement. Are you stuck over there? Hang on, guys. What are you 2, 1, 2, count 'em. 1, 2 of the coolest kitty cats. So, like I said, you get a lot of UV. Ooh, I like that UV. Ultraviolence. That's the theme for the show today. I haven't made any notes, and I haven't. Rise above, my brother, and your wings will guide you. Rise above, my brother, and your wings will guide you. But it's really this image that I was sent by a colleague. And I mean, I can't believe it. I don't know if you get a little gander of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Now, it's essentially it's a tomb. And you wouldn't believe me if I told you who it is, or was, or could have been. But some of my favorite architects have all been, well, of various orders. When you think of things like the Apex Theory or Danzig, you go, how the hell did they get to where they're going? They stuck together. They were a team. They found togetherness. All right, there she is. I'd like to present Baby Kitty. She is the official producer and mascot of the Heavy Metal Happy Hour Power with me, Frank Freak of Nature. So since we have no control, we're going to keep this down to a I can't work this way. How do we fucking, yes? Oh, god damn it. Fucking assholes. Freak of nature. Come on, man! Fuck! There's nothing in the background! Nothing!